and 2 and 1 and hello. Welcome to Indie Music Radio. This is Life as We Know It, or Lawkey, as we've affectionately started to call it, L-A-W. L-A-W-K-I, Life as We Know It. I am in the studio once again with my favorite two bros. Hello, say hello to Andrew and Philip. Guys, hello.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up?
This is Andrew. How you doing, guys?
What is up? What is up? We've got a lot of good stuff on the show today. We actually went back and practiced. We liked our first show. We loved our first show, but we have tightened it up for the second show. Lots of goodies. We're going to continue the Crazy 8 tournament today. Most disturbing news stories in 2015. And apparently our definitions of disturbing are a little subjective. Apparently,
A little varied.
Little varied. Apparently, we have 3 different opinions on what the word disturbing means. So,
No, we've got 2 opinions. Bill and I agree on what's disturbing, and you're just like sick as hell. So, but I mean that with all the affection in the world.
I accept that.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry. That look on Phil's face. Phil's sitting across the studio looking at me going, yeah, what are you going to whip out this week, buddy? What is it? What is it?
Yeah. just thankfully, it's the second round, so we don't have to add anything new to it. We just need to vote on what we came up with last week.
I would like to think that I add something new to every one of these.
Yes, you definitely add something.
I'm sure we will.
I don't know what that something is, but you add something for sure.
We'll also be talking about the, I want to say outbreak. I don't know if that's the best word for it. Lot of celebrity deaths last week. A lot of celebrity deaths just like in the last few months, just period. So we'll be covering some of those, our favorite moments with those celebrities who have, as I put it in the description that I sent to Tommy, have bought their cruise ticket to sail down the River Styx. So is that too soon? Is that too soon? Okay,
never.
Fair enough. We'll be going through that, of course, the Crazy 8, our Urban Dictionary word of the day. Andrew has got sports on deck for us. Phil will be coming up with Phil, what will you be coming with? Phil is going to just stand there and stare at me like, I'm not prepared for this. All right. And, of course, we'll have some celebrity news. It's going to be fun. It's going to be great. So let's just get right into it. Celebrity news. Let me look at your
do celebrity deaths first.
Celebrity deaths, okay.
We're going to start on the downslope, and then we're going to raise it up and make it slow.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right.
Slow it at the end.
Well, let's just go ahead and just jump with everybody's favorite celebrity death this time around, Alan Rickman. Alan?
Is he the biggest one, or would you say David Bowie was bigger?
I'm sorry. I got to go with Alan Rickman as being the bigger one on that one.
Now, come on, hold on. This coming from the guy that at yesterday's prod meeting was talking about if David Bowie sparkled, or no, he didn't sparkle. He could sparkle, and he was, what's the word I'm looking for? Lusting after him? Would that be?
Okay with it.
Would that be?
Okay with it.
Listen, so Phil yesterday says David Bowie was the only man who could ever pull off the sparkle.
Yes, that was what he said, word for word.
I saved it. I wrote it down. I'd be able to reference it. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I know that you're a heterosexual male, and if you are gay, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that there are certain people that everybody's got a bromance or has a certain amount of affinity or affection for another person of the same sex, even though they are heterosexual, and that's great and all. But for me, from a social media standpoint, I thought David Bowie was the bigger loss from a social media perspective, because when it was announced that he died, I mean, like, my entire Facebook page and my Twitter account was just all David Bowie. Now, I personally think Alan Rickman was the bigger loss, because I really appreciated him as Severus Snape, as Hans Gruber from Die Hard, the Sheriff of Nottingham from Prince of Thieves.
That was me.
I love Metatron from Dogma. You guys put that up. The actor Alexander Dane from Galaxy Quest. The show must go on, which always brought him back into the moment.
Yes.
I personally think he was the biggest loss this week. We also recently lost Renee Angelil, who was the wife of Canadian princess Celine Dion.
Whoa!
I'd actually like to add that to it. And not 2 days later, her brother also died.
Lost this fight
Yeah.
with cancer.
Cancer again.
I mean, God forbid. I mean, you know, she's made millions upon millions, but I'll tell you what, no matter how rich you are, that cancer, man. That cancer's just killing off everybody.
Cancer favors nobody. Rich, poor, young, old, it will take you.
Cancer's a dirty bitch.
Yes, cancer is a dirty bitch. Cancer, we name you Dirty Bitch of the Year.
All right. And it's only January.
Right. Wow. I have a feeling she's going to win next at the field. Yeah.
I think she's going to win the next few millennium.
Yeah,
probably.
That cancer going strong. So
now, here's the only thing that really creeped me out about Renee Angelil, besides the fact his name was Renee, which is a chick's name, unless you're like from French Canadian. Unless you're French Canadian.
And you know what? Hold on, stop before we go forward.
Okay.
Are there any French ladies named Renee?
Yeah.
There are French, so they just share that name, like Skylar.
It's like Renee with 2 E's on the end for the ladies, and Renee with 1 E on the end for the guys.
Gotcha.
Where does the apostrophe come in?
Goes over the. So
doesn't it go in between the 2 E's?
Well, I know where it goes, but is that specifically male generated, or is it female generated, or is that spirit as well?
To be quite frank with you, I've never seen it on a French female's name. I've only seen it on male names. That's not to say it doesn't exist, but I don't know that many, or I haven't experienced that many female French women in my lifetime.
So the apostrophe, that's a man's game.
Yeah, male apostrophe,
man's game. Big, strong, man-like apostrophe,
manly apostrophe
with a beard.
So here's the creepy thing about Renee, though, is that Celine Dion met Renee. Yeah, anyway. When she was 12 and he was 38. Okay, so there's a 26-year age gap.
Ooh.
Now, according to reports, nothing happened. But when she turned 19, that's when she started dating her, 45-year-old boyfriend, and then got married, I think, a year or two shortly after that.
Yeah.
I mean, dude was old enough to be her father, and that just creeps me the hell out.
Maybe she called him daddy.
Oh.
What too much?
That's nasty.
Too much.
Now, in another loss in the music world recently, it wasn't in the past week, I think it was the past 2 weeks, was Lemmy Kilmister.
Oh, Motorhead.
Lead singer of Motorhead, and creator of like some of the best, well, basically all of Triple H's music in WWE.
Right.
Behold the king of kings.
Yes.
Great voice. And you said this yesterday, Phil, that they're looking to name a drink after Lemmy.
Yes, called the Lemmy. It is basically Jack and Coke.
Jack and Coke is now a Lemmy, or at least we're pushing for it.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work.
I've never been a big fan of Jack and Coke. Never.
My father-in-law was a big Jack and Coke guy. I mean, like big Jack and Coke for many, many years, and multiple of them on a nightly basis. But I'll tell you what, the funny thing is, no matter how much he had, the man never spilled a drop. Because what he would do at his house, he had a split level house. When I moved in with them, when I first met my wife, and I stayed with them for the summer, he would have multiple Jack and Cokes at night. No, I'm sorry, he was a rum and Coke guy, not a Jack and Coke guy.
Ah.
Okay, so this is completely. But either way, I'm going to still tell this story. Even though it's not a Jack and Coke, it's a rum and Coke. Okay, so he had a split level. So
that's the Johnny Depp.
That's the Johnny Depp? Okay. So my wife hated being around smoke. So he would always go outside to smoke. And so he'd always say he was going to go check the weather. So anytime we were there, he would go check the weather. Now, the thing is, he wouldn't go out the front door, which was one flight of stairs. No, he would go into the basement and go out the back door to go smoke in the backyard with our dog, Molly. Okay? He always say, go check the weather. And I'll tell you what, when you're schnockered and you're trying to go down 2 flights of stairs, there's going to be an accident. And you know what? There was a couple of spills that he had, physical spills of himself, but he never dropped a single drop of alcohol.
Well, first off, trying to climb stairs or descend stairs or whatnot while you're all sauced up, that's a recipe for funny right there.
It is.
I love watching people fall down.
Oh yeah,
and I think that's because something is wrong with me.
Yes,
but I don't care.
Okay.
So there it is.
So yes, here it is, officially renamed by Food and Beverage Magazine. The Jack and Coke is officially renamed the Lemmy.
Okay.
Hmm.
And I have no idea who they are, but hey, I'll stick with it. Jack and Coke, Lemmy.
Jack and Coke, the Lemmy.
Food and Beverage Magazine. Sounds important.
Right.
I'm sorry. To quote Austin Powers, whoop-de-doo, what does it all mean, Basil?
All right, so who else famous bought their tickets to the afterlife today? Not today, but
Not today.
yeah, not today.
Well, we did lose. What was it? Not Marvin Gaye. Nat King Cole's daughter, Natalie Cole.
Yeah.
She died recently too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was one I didn't have written down, but I still remember her recently passing in the past. I think it was about 2 weeks ago.
Oh wow.
But you know what? I want to end this segment with 2 birthdays of old or older famous celebrities.
What?
Today is not only the birthday of one Darth Vader, James Earl Jones, who turned 75 today, but Betty freaking White is 94 today. She's not like the greatest human being in the world. She's like the coolest 94-year-old woman I have ever seen in my life.
That's because she's been promoted time and time again. And time again. She just goes up the scale every year.
Yeah.
And it seems almost like she gets funnier as she gets older.
I think once you get to a certain age, you just like stop giving a crap. You know, you just say whatever the hell you want to. Devil be damned. You know,
Right.
You know, it doesn't matter. You're just going to say whatever you want to because you know what? I've lived through 94 years, and no one's going to tell me what I can say or what I need to do.
I hope she makes 100.
I hope she makes longer.
I hope she makes 100. I really don't want to have to announce Betty White's celebrity death before.
No, me neither.
I think she deserves it. Funny lady extraordinaire. And true story, my boss wants to diddle her. So there's that.
Okay then.
Yes, my boss has said, and he's made it no secret, Betty White could get it.
All right, then.
Right.
Okay.
And there's a hushed silence because
I've got nothing for that.
I'm talking about having carnal knowledge of the sweet old lady, but there is that. More celebrity news. So now, wait, did we get through all of our celebrity deaths?
Through all our deaths.
We got through all our deaths. Okay, all right. And then, of course, those occurred last week,
Yeah.
but there has been an outbreak of. There I go, using that word again. There's been an outbreak of celebrity deaths over the past 3 months. Who was that? Not last week, but the last celebrity death 2 weeks ago. Who was that? Somebody.
I thought that was
Somebody
Lemmy.
get on Google. No. I thought that was last week.
Lemmy was a couple of weeks ago, wasn't he?
Yeah, Lemmy was 2.5 weeks ago.
Okay, this was before Lemmy.
Oh damn! That was Natalie Cole. I don't know who else before then.
You know what?
Why don't you go do your research for a minute?
I'm gonna
Go do your show prep live on the air right now.
I will
Thank you
too,
very
because
much for
I'm
being-
that good.
I early last year, Leonard Nimoy. That hit me.
Oh, now that one made me sad. That
What?
one made me sad.
Well, yeah, because you're a big Star Trek fan.
I am a big
Now,
Star Trek.
I have
That's
to ask.
understating.
I
Whitney
have
Houston's
to-
daughter in the chat
Yeah,
room.
Bobby Christina. Yeah, she
in
died.
the chat
She
room.
died.
Yes, Whitney Houston's daughter,
And
and
that's part of our Crazy Eight tournament
it
later.
is Dan Haggerty. Yeah, see, look at
Yeah,
that.
Dan Haggerty. That was that's the guy we talked about yesterday, Grizzly Adams.
That's right.
Grizzly Adams. There it
Okay,
is.
see, and you were saying that no one was going to know who Grizzly Adams was.
Hey,
Yeah.
Grizzly Adams did have a beard.
He
Look it
did.
up.
He did.
Look it up
had-
on Happy Gilmore. They talked about it. That's the only reason why I know who Grizzly Adams is, because after I heard that, I'm like, who the hell is Grizzly Adams? I had to go look it up, and it's like, oh, Grizzly Adams had a beard and a bear. He had a beard and a bear. A beard? Could you say he had a beard?
He had a beard.
He had a beard.
Beard. Okay.
I'll roll with that.
Cher is sending 181,000 bottles of water to Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, because they got some dirty water there.
Yeah, that's now. What's going on with that?
Basically, to save money, they decided to get water from a new source instead of the old source to save money. And now they got nasty, disgusting, filthy, dirty water that's getting people sick. And
terrible. Yeah, that's
it's terrible. It's just
terrible. And let me pull up this picture of Cher because she's 69 years old.
Yeah.
And look at that. You can't see it, but jeez.
Look at those lips, man.
I'm really, really upset.
Why?
How much plastic surgery does it take to do that?
A lot.
Phil, your wife drops in and tells us Yogi Berra.
Oh,
Yogi
yeah, we did
Berra,
lose,
yes.
Yogi Berra last year.
Yes, Yogi Berra.
I don't know, man.